Hello everyone, my name is Nitwit2, and today I'm going to do a review about RobocraftRoyale. What you are seeing on the screen is a recording from, I believe, the first alpha test that I had made a recording of. And so this is kind of old footage, so the stuff you see in this video is not in the game right now, in its current state. But I would like to do a review about this game and give, hopefully, the developers some ideas of what the game could use. So right off the bat, I would definitely say the game is a little bit at this point still needs more to it, like progression. I mentioned that to the developers, and they said they were going to work on that when the game was more or less fully released. And we haven't really seen any kind of evidence of progression at all in any state of the game. And it's going to be coming out actually on Steam for early access, I believe the 26th, and hopefully they would have had something in it by that point, because I definitely know they were thinking of making the price range of the game around $20 to $15, and that's right, it's not free to play, which is sad. Which I was kind of hoping it was, because if it's going to be RoboCraft, which of course regular RoboCraft is free to play, but the progression in that is kind of terrible because they have loot crates and everything. But I'm not going to talk about that. If they're going to make it pay to play, they have to make it worth your while, of course. I'm not going to play a game that has no progression in it, has no point in me playing it at all. One of the things I also did suggest, and I do suggest you add this into the game, is a scoreboard, like a scoreboard in the main menu, showing you who's played it the most, who's got the most highest kills, who's got the highest win rate, things like that. That would definitely show that you put time into the game, and would also probably be a little bit more famous or widely known as a person. That would be nice. There are other problems, such as not being able to build your own bots, which is kind of sad, because in regular RoboCraft you can do that, in this you can't. Why? I mean, I can understand it takes time to do things like that, where you have to tell the game, this player placed down this, and then you have to tell the server, and the server has to respond in such ways. That would take a lot, and it would take a lot of server, run the server really hard, and it would make the game lag, and other reasons. But one idea I did have was also to limit players to what they could do. They would find parts, and they would have a build grid, so they could activate the building mode, and the grid would only be so big, of course. And you would have to, you could throw whatever you want on there. You could take your time building. The only problem is anyone can shoot you. So if you just place down a new part and they shoot it off, well, that stinks. Nothing you can do about it. Which would also kind of limit to how people would build their bots as well. So they wouldn't be able to build a megabot or anything like that, and just be really OP. But then again, you wouldn't want it where they're just building blocks with just everything on it. But obviously they didn't take it in that direction. They're just going with, you find a bot, you use it, and then you can heal it up if you want, or you can find a better bot, essentially. Which is alright, I guess, because, I don't know, it does differ from other Battle Royale games, but it doesn't make it RoboCraft. I've pointed out that it has the title of RoboCraft, it looks like RoboCraft, but it just doesn't have the freedom of RoboCraft, which is sad, because that's what makes RoboCraft in my opinion, such a great game, is that it gives me the freedom to build and also to play with other people's builds, which is nice. But in this, you can't, so I don't know. I think it's a little late now for them to do anything. They're already going to release it on Steam. Its current state is alright. They added energies, more like energy pickups, so if you use up all of your energy, you have to reload manually, which I think can be done automatically, to be honest, which I believe in other Royale games, if you shoot up all of your ammo, it would kind of automatically reload for you. At least that's my experience with some of the other games I've played. Or you could reload it manually at any point, so that way, say if you used up like 3/4 of your energy, you could reload it at that point, which would be nice, because, you don't want to have half your energy or 3/4 of your energy just gone and having only 1/4 of it left to shoot people with. Which hopefully, it makes the game alright. The fact that you have flying vehicles, in this, which is pretty sweet because they are a little bit OP in my own opinion, but it's my own opinion. Because they get a pretty wide view, as you can see what's just about to happen in this video. I'm getting locked onto some guy who has missiles and a helicopter. Unfortunately, I didn't know where he was, and I had to pick this stupid shotgun bot. So don't already complain about it. So they are a little bit OP, but I do like that. Other Battle Royale games, you're all stuck to the ground, essentially, so this makes it, different from other games, which is nice. It's that. There are some things that could be done, such as fixing it so that way the game runs a bit more smoother for other players. I know they're going to do that for when other things, things come up, but hey, I mean, there's not much else I could say, but I mean, there's a whole bunch of things that can make this game better, and I'm pretty sure they will make it better. But yeah, I just hope they listen to the community and just make the game a good game. So there are, again, a lot of things that can make this game better. They did add the dropship, as you can see here in this picture, which is nice because originally you would spawn randomly all over the map, and then people would shoot you right up in the beginning, like what happened earlier in the video, which really stinks. And so having the dropship is nice. I'm glad they added that. Thank goodness. Took them a while to get it there, though. Bigger bots, I have noticed, tend to fare better than smaller bots, but don't last as long because they have less guns, which means, they get shot. They're bigger objects, essentially. So hopefully they will balance that out a bit better, between smaller bots and bigger bots. I mean, there are some some bots that are OP. I do miss the just art bots, well, art bots in general, because originally you had that Mario Kart bot in the first alpha test, which sadly I didn't get very much to play with it because I died too many times and couldn't find it at all. They added more working bots, actually smaller bots compared to the first test and second test, which is also again sad. But I would like to see this game go in a nice direction. There's a major problem with the community right now where there's not a whole lot of people playing. During the first test, there was up to like about 90 people, and their goal was to get 100 people in one game, so it was pretty close. Second test, it went down to, when I was playing it, it went down to like 20 or 30. Now it's still in that state where it's 20 or 30, which is also sad again. So I don't think they're going to get a whole lot of sales on this game, which is, once again, sad. I had big hopes for this game, but they're kind of all crushed at this point. It would probably be a much better of a game if it did have the freedom to build. But like I said, it probably would take them longer than they hoped. And I also noticed that this is definitely a very rushed game. They're releasing alpha tests pretty close together. They're already trying to put it up on Steam for early access, trying to make money off of it as soon as possible, which is, in my opinion, a mistake, because it means you're taking less time and, less time to put better things into the game and make it a whole better game in general, which is sad. Everything's sad about this game. It's just a depressing game. What do you want? I expected too much from you, RobocraftRoyale. But yeah, I hope that they fix it, and I might, spend some money on it just to see how it is. And you might see some future videos. I was just recording earlier some footage, which in my case turned out pretty terrible because I have lag now. My computer cannot handle it anymore. So that kind of stinks. But yeah, I would love to play this with my friends. Sadly, they can't run it either at all. I can barely run this, and it would be definitely much more interesting of a game if it was more, if I had a group, which I don't. It's just by myself, and I die pretty easily. It's not that I'm a bad player. It's just the odds are normally against me. In fact, one round I did play, I felt like I was playing with a bunch of noobs, to be honest, because like everyone I came across, I just wrecked, and they were barely even hitting me at all, and they didn't even know what like energy or health regen packs were, like things like that, when I think it was in the second test. So yeah, definitely a lot of people have left and gave up hope on this game, but I still have some hopes for it. Definitely hope that they fix the fact that it's like it just feels like it's just a battle royale ripoff to me. So I hope they fix that. I hope they make it unique. I hope they make it a whole lot more fun. But I've kind of been just rambling on now at this point. So hopefully, yes, I hope you enjoy. And definitely let me know what you think of the game and what you would like to see in the game in the comment section. And if you actually have any good Battle Royale games that you could suggest to me, and I'll check those out most likely. And yes, so that's Nitwit2 doing a review of RobocraftRoyale. I'm kind of, originally I was in the middle, didn't like it, didn't hate it, but now I'm in a more state of where I don't like it anymore. It's not going any in the right direction. So yes, I hope you enjoyed. I will catch you guys later.